I believe we can, we must, we will overcome violence and war.
Reconciliation is possible at every level of our society. Between people and God, between people and our planet. Nonviolent direct action can be a powerful part of a campaign to pursue this reconciliation, and actions are especially meaningful when geared towards specific groups of people. These audience groups fall across a spectrum that ranges from allies that support your cause to opponents of your cause. On one side of the spectrum are active allies, people who are already on board with your message. It's okay and even important to preach to the choir sometimes. Actions that target active allies have a goal of increasing solidarity, cohesion, and people's willingness to take risks. Passive allies are next. They share your values, they work on related issues, they are likely to be supportive, but they have not taken a public stand. An action targeting them will have the goal of getting them to take a public stand. In the middle of the spectrum are those who are generally disengaged. They may lean for or against your goals, but overall, they are disinterested. An action targeting them will have the goal of engaging them by connecting your issue to something they already care about. Passive opponents are those who disagree with you, but aren't doing anything about it. Imagine that one relative whose political views you can't stand. They aren't actively keeping you from reaching your goals, but they do have deep disagreements. An action targeting this group will cause them to question their assumptions and biases. A successful action targeting them would have the result of making family gatherings more pleasant. Active opponents, those who strongly resist your goals, are difficult to reach. There are very few actions that will totally change their minds. We tend to focus a lot of our energy at converting our active opponents. That is not the best way to achieve our goals. The goal for each audience is to move them along the spectrum gradually towards becoming active allies. Membership in the Ku Klux Klan increased during and after the Civil Rights Movement. However, many more people in the middle who were previously disengaged began working for equality, becoming passive allies and even active allies. This is what made the difference in direction of the country and the legislation that passed supporting civil rights. As you plan or participate in an action, think carefully about the target audience, keeping in mind that the general audience will also see your action. Sometimes this may even cause a backlash with some segments. However, if actions personally insult opponents of your cause, reaching your goal becomes more difficult because the people targeted may refuse to engage or may even fight back. Movements and peace-building processes gain supporters by focusing on people's interests and moving them one step closer to being active participants or allies.